Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Cricket.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the brand new episode of TFG Cricket Podcast. My name is Nikhil, and today we are going to discuss preview RCB versus England. Vivek, is that right? At Chinnaswamy?
Absolutely. RCB versus England. Very well said.
How many players from RCB?
I think Kohli, Chahal, you have Parvez Rosso. I'm talking about whoever has been with RCB earlier also. Then you have
Rahul.
KL Rahul. You have, I think, one more guy, if I'm not wrong. Manish Pandey was with RCB. So obviously,
Kedar Jadhav is not a part of that.
Kedar Jadhav is not a part. Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, you obviously know what we're trying to, we're trying to say that earlier it was CSK, Nikhil, and now very conveniently it has been converted into RCB.
Yeah.
Good, bad for Indian cricket is
We'll
none of our
know.
business. We are just here to give some perspective. That's all.
Okay, let's talk about preview India versus
You draw
England.
conclusion.
Yeah, the decider. Big question mark on the youngster that was selected in the squad. Vivek has been talking a lot about him. Vivek, your thoughts? Do you think he'll get a chance?
No, I don't think so. Like we previewed.
We are talking about Rishabh Pant, just in case.
Just in case. Nikhil, we have to be very specific.
Yeah.
Otherwise, public अपने को लिखेगा किसके बारे में बात कर रहा है? Okay. So, Rishabh Pant. I won't be surprised, Nikhil, if he gets benched again. This is a tragedy. I keep talking about Indian cricket. Many a times I feel we play cricket just for numbers, and I think you have already taken the first step wrong in that situation.
Numbers in the stadium. You mean to say commercial numbers?
Commercial numbers, yes.
Yeah.
It is essential. I'm not denying that, but at what expense? Look, you can't ask a 19-year-old boy to just warm the bench. Sure, he's getting those tomato soups, he's getting those coffees, he's getting those candies, everything around MS Dhoni, Yuvraj Singh. But honestly, you when he gets back home, you ask him how much has he learnt, and if he's an honest guy, he'll tell you, boss, मैंने कुछ नहीं सीखा. And
Instead, he would have been playing in Syed Mushtaq Ali.
Absolutely, we'll get to the early T20 tournament. But before we do that, I think when it comes to rubbing shoulders with the very best, I think he's already done it in the IPL, Nikhil. When you have all the global guys coming to India, spending about 2 months, so he's done that. So I think he must no longer be in awe of anybody. Sure, you have the respect, and you obviously keep a distance. You have to respect your seniors. But having said that, I think you have to encourage these guys to come out and express, because it's very, very difficult. You cannot block a future, man. You can't do that. I think it's time that we Indians start learning from the Aussies. I wouldn't put South Africa in this category. It's a complete mess out there. But what I can say is Australia. You look at so many youngsters coming through the Big Bash, Nikhil, eventually getting an entry into the national setup. So I think Rishabh Pant will feel hard done by. But again, talking about Indian cricket, not too many will remember what happened between India and England in Indore, Kanpur, Calcutta, Bangalore, wherever, man. People won't remember these things. But what people will remember is some guy coming out of year 12, year 13, all guns blazing, winning matches for India. This is what people will remember. People remember Yuvraj Singh today. If you talk Yuvraj Singh, people remember him for two reasons. I mean, at least in my case, I would say obviously the 2011 World Cup and the 2000 heroics in Nairobi. He came from the under-19 circuit. Virat Kohli is a product of under-19 circuit. These guys were thrown into the deep end, and look, they have turned into mighty fine cricketers. So we have to learn. We have done it before, and I see no reason why we can't strongly establish these things in the circuit. Unfortunate, but that's how it is.
Most of the time what happens...
If I was Manish Pandey, I would say, boss, go grab the willow and just express yourself. Obviously, I don't expect people to be so selfless. It's very easy for us to be sitting here in the air-conditioned room and commenting about these things. But when you're out there on the park, I mean, it's at the end of the day, you you yourself have to go out there, you have to perform, and you are trying to cement your place in the team. So no complaints, boss.
Most of the time what happens with Indian cricket is all these youngsters, they get a chance when there is a dead rubber match or you're touring Zimbabwe.
There again, Nikhil, the approach is wrong.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I said, you talk about, there was one guy, Faiz Fazal. People must have forgotten him. Nikhil, do you remember Faiz Fazal?
Very faintly.
Okay, so he played one match for India against
Bowler.
Zimbabwe. Yes, he opened the batting. So, do you remember Connor Williams?
Of course.
Unfortunately, Connor Williams played one test match for India. But he's still not a test cricketer. Why? Because that was an unofficial test match. Yes. So these things happen in Indian cricket.
Yeah.
So
in fact, the best example would be Kedar Jadhav. How
Kedar
many
Jadhav.
matches he has been benched?
Absolutely. And I think it's good, Nikhil. He's getting his due finally. Again, I'm not expecting Kedar Jadhav to spend a lot of time in the Indian cricket team, Nikhil, because there is so much pressure. So many people coming up. There is Manoj Tiwari, who has been waiting forever. There is Manish Pandey, Yuvraj Singh. Again, I think the reception is working in his favor. Then there is Ajinkya Rahane. Rohit Sharma is watching. So there are far too many people waiting. Shikhar Dhawan is there, obviously. Then there is Sanju Samson. So many guys waiting. But again, Nikhil, let's come back to the match itself. I see India as strong favourites. I think because they have all the momentum riding, and they have a terrific record at the Chinnaswamy.
Right,
and,
small ground.
Yes. But I'll tell you where India could go wrong. I think the team that is bowling second will lose, because it's not an easy ground to defend, number one. Number two, not many people know it's at a altitude, which means the ball is going to fly. And I think the dimensions are about just 70 meters maximum on all four sides, which means even a miss it is going to somewhere land up in the MG road, I think. So that's how it is. I expect England to come up with a fantastic show.
Vivek, I'll tell you what,
paper,
there is a stark difference between the approach of Indian team and England team. With respect to, you see Amit Mishra and Chahal bowling in tandem, and then you have Suresh Raina pitching in. Okay, whereas in England camp, Adil Rashid gets 0 overs.
I think, again, it comes down to strategy. Again, it also, many a times in T20, Nikhil, you can't go onto the park with a plan. What happens is, because it's so unconventional, because everything is so unorthodox, because everything is so innovative and inventive, I think you have to be on your toes. You cannot go there with a formula A or B. It doesn't happen. And many times you end up on the losing side. And that's where I think Eoin Morgan has been very, very sharp, very, very astute, in my opinion, because he knows exactly what he's doing. And he's very, very calculative, Nikhil. I think Virat Kohli, in my opinion, obviously, he's just got the captaincy from MS, and you could see all cameras going to MS. We saw then that last over in Nagpur when MS was dictating traffic, and he was telling how to go about business. So yes, Virat is learning, obviously, and he's going to mature into a mighty fine leader. There is no doubt about it. But where Morgan stands out is probably he understands his cricketers. He understands everybody's strengths and weakness better. And obviously that comes with how much time you spend with a particular bunch, with a particular group. And all said and done, it boils down to 20 overs. It boils down to talent, skill. And I think it's going to be a pretty good match.
But do you like this Chahal-Mishra combination?
Didn't I say this after the first match, Nikhil, that Parvez Rasul was not equipped? I made this comment, and fortunately, I think he was dropped. Because I saw no logic. When you have two leg spinners, and if you play Parvez Rasul, and then if you're going to introduce Suresh Raina, the whole purpose is defeated, correct? So that's where I think Parvez Rasul lost out. Unfortunate for him. And I still feel Suresh Raina might bowl a few overs, but I expect good 8 overs from Chahal. Chahal again, because he plays for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And he'll know the conditions very well. But I just get a feeling, although India start as the favourites, England might have the last laugh, Nikhil. They've had a torrid time in India for about 2.5 months for a variety of reasons. And number two, Indians will be looking for a clean sweep. But I think any slight slip, I think England will be all over India.
Why are you thinking like that?
The reason being, again, the top order not firing. Virat himself has not fired. KL Rahul I think he just saved his place for the next 2-3 matches. Yuvraj has not been clicking. Dhoni has been blowing hot and cold. So you really don't know. Again, you don't know what to expect from Mercurial Suresh Raina. So it's a little wobbly, Nikhil, as compared to the settled lineup of the English.
So are you saying it lots depend on the bowlers?
I don't know.
And they have been doing good.
No, I mean, I'm yet to meet someone who's talking high of the Indian bowling when it comes to limited overs cricket. So, I having said that, okay, people might say Jasprit Bumrah and Ashish Nehra bailed us out of trouble. They won us the game in Nagpur. Do you see a repeat of that in Bangalore? I don't think so. I expect a high-scoring match. Somewhere in the range of 170, 180. They could also surpass 200. But I just feel if we get the planning wrong, Nikhil, and if the batting doesn't click, England will be all over India.
Okay, and that is what we.
I don't expect too many changes either. I think after winning the second T20,
they'll keep the winning combination.
Both sides, I feel, unless of course
I feel
somebody
Adil
is
Rashid
down with injury or
Adil Rashid might be benched.
he won't care, man. As long as you're in the playing 11 and you're on the field, nobody will complain because you get that additional fee, right?
Right. That's Vivek Krishnan's verdict on tomorrow's decider. It's a great match. Guys, you can read more articles on Indian cricket on our website, thefangarage.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Fan Garage. You can listen to our podcast on Indusvox Media, Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and definitely on YouTube. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcast galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.